Ricky Gervais criticizes Labour's direction. Jim Davidson raises alarm over UK's future. In a bold and unfiltered double act that is lighting up the internet, comedian Ricky Gervais and entertainer Jim Davidson have sparked fresh political debate after issuing strong critiques of the Labour Party and the current state of the United Kingdom. Their statements, delivered separately but resonating on similar themes, have ignited widespread discussion about national leadership, cultural identity, and the public's growing sense of unease. During a recent podcast appearance, Ricky Gervais didn't hold back when discussing the state of UK politics. Known for his wit and fearless commentary, the comedian criticized what he called Labour's performative politics, especially on matters of speech, identity, and censorship. "It's like they're more concerned with how people feel on social media than what's happening in real life," Gervais said. "There's a fine line between protecting people and controlling them." Though he did not reference specific politicians, many observers took his comments as a thinly veiled critique of Labour's recent positions on gender discourse, hate speech legislation, and cultural sensitivity policies. Gervais emphasized that comedy and, by extension, public debate must remain a space where difficult truths can be examined without fear. "If comedians can't say what they think, how can anyone?" he asked. "When governments start dictating what's okay to laugh at, you know you're in trouble." On a different stage, Jim Davidson, a longtime critic of political correctness and government mismanagement, offered a far more urgent tone. Speaking on his online platform, Davidson warned that the UK is experiencing a cultural and economic fracture that, if ignored, could spiral out of control. "We've got people who can't heat their homes, kids without proper schools, and a political class that's more focused on virtue signaling than fixing roads or hospitals," Davidson said. "If this isn't a warning sign, what is?" Davidson pointed to rising crime rates, increasing national debt, and the erosion of free speech as symptoms of what he calls a deeper crisis in British society. He didn't attribute all the country's problems to one political party but insisted that Labour, under its current leadership, has abandoned working-class values in favour of focus group politics. Though Gervais and Davidson operate in very different spheres, one as an internationally acclaimed comedian, the other as a polarizing British entertainer, their messages share a striking similarity: frustration with political leadership, concern over censorship, and a desire for more grounded, practical governance. What makes their comments especially powerful is their reach. Neither man is a politician, yet their ability to influence public sentiment, especially among those disillusioned by traditional media narratives, is considerable. "These voices matter," said Dr. Olivia Hensley, a political commentator at Queen Mary University of London. "They reflect a broader sentiment that political elites are increasingly out of step with the everyday experiences of regular people." In response to criticism from figures like Gervais and Davidson, Labour insiders maintain that the party is focused on modernizing Britain while upholding progressive values. A spokesperson for the party recently stated, "Labour is committed to building a fairer, more inclusive society. We take concerns seriously and aim to balance freedom of expression with the responsibility to create a respectful, safe public environment." Keir Starmer, the Labour leader, has also repeatedly emphasized the importance of unity and moving the country forward, particularly as the party seeks to expand its base ahead of the next general election. Still, some within Labour have voiced quiet concerns that the party's messaging is not resonating equally across all demographics, especially among traditionally working-class voters and younger citizens who feel alienated by politics as usual. Online reactions to the statements by Gervais and Davidson have been immediate and wide-ranging. Supporters praised them for saying what no one else dares, while critics accused them of overstating issues for dramatic effect. On YouTube and X, formerly Twitter, hashtags like #GervaisOnLabour and #DavidsonSpeaksOut began trending, with hundreds of thousands of users engaging in the conversation. One viewer wrote, "They're entertainers, yes, but they're also hitting on what many people are feeling, that something isn't quite right in how the country is being run." Others urged more nuance, reminding the public that political issues are complex and shouldn't be distilled into soundbites or headlines. Whether you agree or disagree with Gervais or Davidson, their voices add to a growing chorus of public figures calling for a re-evaluation of how the UK is governed, how citizens engage with politics, and how cultural discourse is shaped. Their critiques highlight a larger question facing the country. Is the UK headed toward meaningful reform or drifting into deeper division? As the political atmosphere intensifies in the lead-up to the next election cycle, expect more public figures both inside and outside politics to speak out. And when they do, their influence may prove to be as powerful as any MPs. What do you think? Are Ricky Gervais and Jim Davidson raising legitimate concerns, or are their critiques missing the mark? Do you believe political leadership in the UK is responding to the real challenges citizens face? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and stay tuned for more balanced political coverage and analysis that keeps you informed and empowered.